There's time on our side till the stars align. Are the goddesses for us, or do they laugh in our faces? These questions I can't answer tonight, or any other night of my life, without faith to light my way through the darkness and strife. I'm just a lonesome gull on the breeze, floating between the sun and the sea. Silence your loose tongue, don't feed the demons. Speak the truth always, whatever may come. Surrender your soul to the great beyond. Humble yourself before the Lord above. Believe in the light that will save you tonight. I'm just a roving raven tonight, drunk on hope and the promise of flight. I'm just a rambling soul on the road, traveling with the wind in my soul.
That was the amazing Ben Antonitis when he was with Culture. I think he's still talking about that, but we're going to move right on to our guest now and welcome in Eden. Hi, Eden. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I just want to show a quick picture straight up. This is the picture we're using for the profile. This is how you used to look. Tell us, who were you? What were you doing before you'd even heard of the word COVID? I know I start with this question a lot, but it's just to get some real interest. Who were you before you'd even heard of it?
Well, I was working full time. I was always very busy doing something, usually something fairly active, like, one day it might be going for a skate, the other day it might be going for a surf, might be playing basketball one day. Like, it was always just something active.
So you were very fit then?
Yeah, I was. I was an aerialist at the time, so I was doing that quite a few days a week, and I had my own
What's
rig
an aerialist?
The easiest way for me to describe it to people is the specific one I did was called aerial hoop. You basically just do acrobatic type moves, I suppose,
Oh, wow.
like circus. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
circus people use it in their acts. Yeah, like it requires a lot of strength and flexibility too. Two things I don't have anymore.
Mhm. And what
But
was your
yeah,
job?
well, I was a nurse. I'm still technically a nurse, but I'm not working at the moment. I haven't been working for about 2 years now.
What attracted you to
Um,
nursing? What did you want to become a nurse for?
so initially, I wanted to actually do forensic science, and then I
Oh, yeah.
saw like an advertisement for nursing somewhere, and I thought, oh, actually, it might be cool to add the two together, forensic nursing. Um, so I wanted to do that. And then once I finished studying nursing and started working at the hospital, I realized like, I think this is what I was meant to do. So I
Okay.
just stuck with that and I didn't go further. But yeah.
What did you enjoy about it?
Uh, well, I know the cliche thing to say is caring about people, but
It's not cliche.
also
It's the
yeah,
major
like
attraction.
interacting with people from all different walks of life, pretty much, helping them in like their biggest moment of need. They
Mm.
hearing their stories, their backgrounds, like all of that. It was just, yeah, it really was a job that I really enjoyed and didn't see myself doing anything different.
How long were you? How long were you a nurse for before this all happened?
I've been a nurse roughly now for about 10 years, so I'd say around the 8-year mark or so. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we get to COVID, and did you work through the pandemic section of that before they had a vaccine?
Yes, I was actively working at the time. I just reduced the days and hours that I was doing per week.
Were you frightened then of realizing that you were a frontline worker in the pandemic?
No, not at all. I didn't have a fear about it at all. I wasn't like, there's always something new that comes out or something, like it's just something you kind of have to work with, right? So yeah, I had no fear. I noticed a lot of people around me seem to have a lot of fear. And I remember thinking at the time, like, they're acting like this is like some kind of zombie apocalypse or something. Like it's I can see how the fear definitely caught on. But
Yeah.
yeah, personally, I wasn't, yeah, worried about it at the time.
And then the vaccines came out, and obviously they asked you to take it, or it was mandated.
Yeah, so initially it was a choice, and then just suddenly one day it wasn't anymore. And yeah, basically got told if I didn't have it or if I didn't book in to have it by the end of my shift that day, that I would have to start looking for a new job and it wouldn't be in nursing.
How'd that make you feel, considering you'd found what you wanted to do and you'd already given 10 years to it, or 8 years to it?
Yeah, uh, don't even know what to say. I didn't like it. I definitely didn't like it because I knew from the second they voiced anything about the vaccine that I wasn't going to have it. That's what was in my mind at the time.
I think you really didn't want it. It wasn't like you were looking forward to. You didn't want it.
Oh God, no, I was not looking forward to it at all. No, I yeah, I really didn't want to have it. I was kind of thinking like, vaccines in the past, like people have had reactions to them before, and that's when there's been like a lot more time and study and research and trials and all that behind it. So I thought like there's no way, this is just like the way that yeah, how quickly it came out, like everything was just a little bit odd to me, I suppose. So yeah, I had it set in my mind that I wasn't having it, and that was that.
And were you seeing
Until
any injuries in the hospital? Were you seeing COVID deaths or injuries from the jabs in the hospital?
not in the beginning. And in the beginning, I probably was, but didn't really put two and two together. just yet, but I mean, like the unit that I was contracted to at the time, I'm pretty sure we were the first, or one of the first hospitals like in the whole of Australia to have it. We were the first lot of healthcare staff. So obviously then the public started having it after us, how they grouped us in like group 1A, 1B, and 1C or whatever.
Yeah.
So initially, yeah, didn't see anything until, so it happened to me first before I started seeing anything coming through, but I wasn't noticing anything like abnormal. I wasn't even seeing a flood of people with like COVID coming through. You know how it was kind of put out on the news that the hospitals were overrun and everything, and like I just remember thinking like, no, we're not. Like, we're not at all. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, you're just trying to like almost scare people. I remember thinking in my head, because yeah, I remember the hospital being a ghost town, and I was really bored a lot of the time on my shift because a lot of the time the workload was like drastically reduced than what I was used to, because we like patients didn't even want to come near the hospital because they thought it was just like a COVID infected cesspool
like
or something, you know, like don't go in there, you're gonna die if you go in that building, kind of thing. So so did I answer your question? My brain is all over the place.
No, you did so
sorry.
What happened? Did the first jab affect you, or was it the second? Which one affected you?
Both did, but I didn't get a third. I only got the two that I needed to keep.
So how did the first one affect you?
So after the first one, I was on shift that day and I went and had it. And then I came back and kept doing my role as usual. And then it was a couple hours later after that I started to feel like something wasn't quite right. Just felt like very fatigued suddenly, like unable to even support my body weight. I was like using the walls down the hallway to walk up and down the unit and kept having to sit down and stuff. And at this point I couldn't feel my heart beating fast, but once the staff around me kind of started to see like something's not right here, and they did my vital signs and everything, my heart rate was through the roof and my blood pressure as well. So they ended up sending me down in a wheelchair to emergency. That was the first jab. So I guess I was lucky. I just couldn't feel my heart beating then. It was doing it kind of all internally, but yeah, now I definitely feel it.
How long did that last?
What? Sorry,
your heart, your reaction to the first vaccine, racing heart and weakness. How long did that last? Had it gone by the time you moved for your second?
Yeah, it was pretty much long gone by then. It lasted for about, like, it settled down immensely that evening. I stayed in emergency for a good few hours, I believe, and then did go home. I felt off for a few days after, but I guess by the end of a week, maybe a week and a half, like I don't remember exactly because it's so long ago now, and the brain fog and everything kind of affects my memory a little bit. But it didn't last for too long, unless I just couldn't feel what was going on with my heart at the time. But it was definitely worse after the second one. That's when everything.
So the second one, I take it for granted you were not looking forward to the second one.
No, not at all. No, and I tried to get out of it. I kept trying to like put it off. Like,
did you tell them you'd had an adverse reaction to the first one, and didn't that give you any leeway not to take the second?
Yeah, well, they saw it as well because I was on shift, and then they kind of told me, like, I understand where your fears are coming from having another one because of what happened with the first one. But, I kept getting that whole narrative of like, it's normal. You're meant to feel lethargic after you have like, even the flu shot or something like that. And I thought, no, this wasn't just like fatigue. This was like, something in my whole body just felt off. Like I couldn't keep
Yeah.
myself off the floor if I wanted to. So it's but yeah, like I said, that kind of did disappear over a course of X amount of days, weeks afterwards, and then I was all good up until having that second one.
So what happened with the second one? Were you on shift again?
Yeah, I was, and it was like, I think it was in the middle of my shift. Again, I can't remember exactly, but it was, during my shift, and I went and had it. And this time I didn't come back to the unit because I think I had the reaction. It started maybe 20, 25 minutes after the second one. So then I was taken from like the little waiting bay where they make you wait to see if you're going to have an anaphylactic reaction or something like that.
Yeah.
Taken into another room to lay down on a bed, and then I didn't really know what was happening. Like my brain had just gone to total like mashed potatoes. It was just I remember them asking me like, how'd you get here today? And I didn't know whether, like, I always drove, like there was never really another way that I got to work. I always drove, and I was just like, oh, I could have caught the tram or I could have driven. Like, I'm not really sure. But a lot of that's a blur. A lot of it's a blur until we fast forward down to when I was actually in the emergency department. And then I remember being quite, aggressive toward the staff, like really, and that's not really how you want to behave in your workplace. So I don't really know where that came from. I just couldn't think straight, couldn't.
So it was out of character for you?
Yeah, very out of character. It wasn't, like, obviously we can all get angry over something, but this was like full on aggression, like to the point where they like alerted security to stand kind of around my bed.
Oh,
and
my Lord.
very mortifying.
Because you knew something was going to happen, and now here you were.
Yeah, I was a bit annoyed because I think I remember saying that to them too. Like, I told you guys I didn't want to have it, even though like it wasn't them that I told, the people that were around me at the time. But yeah, I was quite angry, and then I just remember trying to get myself home. And then the second one, the timeline of events is really blurry. Like, I'm worried that I wouldn't
were able to
say
drive
it
home?
correctly. No, I walked home that night because I knew that there was something not right in my head.
That must have been a hell of a walk, because you're walking home, but every nerve on your body must be like gauging everything, like sending damage reports up to your brain of what's going on.
Yeah, well, I don't actually even remember the walk. I don't, like, I remember that I walked, but I don't remember the walk. Like, it was like 1 minute I was at the hospital, the next minute I was home, and it went really quickly. All of that is a real big blur. Like, sometimes I get more snippets of it that come to me, and then other times I'm just like, I can't. Like, I remember having it, and then I remember being in that room, and then I remember being in emergency, and then suddenly, like, I'm home. I don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how's it been since then? That was 2 years ago. It's 2 years now, around about 2 years since your second jab. How's it been since then?
It was 3 years on the 2nd of April.
3 years, okay. 3 years. So 3 years you've been. Tell us how your life has been from that second shot to the person we're talking to now.
Like, when I look at myself in the mirror, even, I just see a completely different person. Like, even just like the life I had in my face before, even looking back at old photos to now, I'm just like, wow, that's not the person that I am now at all. I don't even recognize that girl anymore. But like, I've certainly not gotten better. It's almost like I just progressively got worse.
And what are the symptoms?
Yeah.
What are the things you're suffering from?
Just like the chest pain, the shortness of breath, the increase in heart rate, the sudden arrhythmias that come on as well. I get quite a lot of what they call ectopic beats as well, which I'm sure most people are familiar with the term, but like, you know, when you feel that sudden big thump in your chest suddenly, and then and I get quite a few of them in a row, and that's what puts my heart into an abnormal rhythm. And then I have had a lot of like pre-syncope and syncope episodes, which is like the fainting pretty much. The fatigue is really bad. Like some mornings when I get up, it just feels like I've got dumbbells attached to every single limb, and it feels very hard to get out of bed. Then like I get up to walk to the bathroom and whatnot, and my entire chest just goes tight, like someone's squeezing my heart in their hands. And even to finish a sentence sometimes, like I struggle to breathe to get through it. Yeah, like, and like I've been given plenty of diagnoses. I can't even remember them all or keep track of all of them, but majority of my issues were heart related and a little bit of the neurological side as well.
And do you have a good support network around you that's been looking after you, or do you have children? Because I know you're only young.
Yeah, luckily I don't have any kids, because I can't imagine how people have gotten through this with especially young children. That would be an absolute nightmare, and that's not saying anything against the children. It's just
No, I understand.
yeah, I can't imagine how.
You'd
like
want to be a mother.
Yeah,
you'd want to be an active mother. You'd
Yeah,
want to
exactly
be an active
right.
mother, you know.
Yeah, you would. And like I do know some people I've spoken to who do have kids. Like I'm just like, how the hell do you do that? Like I could not even imagine. Like I can't even look after myself most days. Like, you know, do all the basic things that humans should do, like brush your teeth and shower and clean your room, do your laundry and things like that. So imagine having to do it for, yeah, someone else. That would be really, really hard. So luckily I don't.
Do people listen to you? Do they take you seriously that you're injured by it, or do they not want to know? What are the people in your circle around you like?
The people around me, I mean, everyone who sort of didn't believe me or just didn't care or didn't want to know about it, we're not really in touch anymore. So the people that I have around me now are mostly other vaccine injured people and people to do with it in some way, like the freedom fighters, I guess you can call them. Which, yeah, I think they're the only people that I can be around. Like now it's very hard for me to keep a conversation with other people, especially like they just don't understand. Like even just having a conversation for 20 minutes could put me in bed for weeks after. Like it, and a lot of friends that I had back then didn't understand that. So when I started to decline like coffee dates and, you know, going to lunch with friends, going over to their house or something like that, like eventually they just stop inviting you. So it's yeah, the vaccine injured I've got around me are very supportive, but apart from them I've not really got much support at all. Like even people that know that it's happening, like if they're not in your shoes, they can't really, I guess, understand to the full extent. So yeah, that's been a tricky part for sure.
How about the listening to the media and politicians? Like the Prime Minister is yet to acknowledge anyone's been injured or hurt. They're, you know, often they're all saying it's safe. They sort of condescendingly attack Senator Rennick and others if they bring vaccine injured people up. How does that make you feel?
Oh, very angry, because I know if it happened to someone in their family, I'm sure it would be a very different story, or who knows, kept quiet and then they'd get treatment in some way. But we've kind of just been left to rot on the side here, kind of thing. So it's yeah, when people like I'm appreciative we even have people like Senator Rennick and all the other ones out there who are trying to stand up and, you know, be a voice for all of us. But yeah, like without them, where would we be? Like we haven't gotten very far, and that is with them. So it's like, imagine without them, where would we be? So it is very yeah, people like that is what keeps me hanging on, though. I guess it's.
Have you had any compensation, or is they're all raving now about how much compensation is being paid out? Have you had any compensation come your way from the government?
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Not for.
Have they even acknowledged that you're injured?
I've had like a couple of doctors that have agreed with me, but it's only probably one or two, hasn't been, and I've seen a lot, probably over 10 surely by now with all of them combined. But yeah, sorry again. Have I answered the question, or have I gotten
No, you've
sidetracked?
done okay. No, that's fine. We'll just take it gently. So you've had no compensation. How have you managed to survive to here these 3 years? Because what, are you on Social Security? Are they giving you a disability pension? How are you surviving?
So for a big chunk of the time, the way I survived was like, this couldn't have happened at a better time. It's not a good thing to have happen to you, but I got attacked by a patient at work, and then they caused quite a bit of damage to my wrist. So then I was eligible for work cover. So I went off on work cover, and I survived on that for a big chunk of time. I mean, tried to kind of keep it going as long as I could, if I'm honest. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, I've had a couple of fundraisers that like kind friends have done for me. One of the other vax injured women, Tan Smith, she made a fundraiser for me, which people were kindly donating to. And yeah, I went without income for like 4 or 5 months at one stage.
Wow.
So yeah, if it wasn't for those like little donations that came through here and there, I would have lost like my storage unit that has my whole house in it pretty much from when I had to move back home.
So you've lost your house. You had a house?
I didn't own it. I was renting, but yeah, I
Okay.
was living on my own outside of home, and then I had to leave because I couldn't afford the rent anymore. But yeah, no compensation, just survived on the work cover for a little bit. And then when that stopped, that's when, yeah, things got incredibly hard.
But surely this is a work cover injury. I mean, you had to take it. They said you couldn't keep your job unless you took it. So you took it to keep your job. You're injured. Surely that's a classic work cover issue.
Yeah, you'd think so. But
You would.
yeah,
Yeah.
I asked because when it came time for them to close my claim for work cover and I went back to work, I think I lasted 1 3-hour shift, and like I was feeling like I was going to pass out. I couldn't breathe. Like even just walking from my car over to the hospital from the car park, it was, yeah, I think I had like 2 or 3 pit stops along the way. Like it just, where was I going with this? Sorry, I've lost track of the question
Oh, we're
again.
just talking about work cover and how once you lost your finances, you went back to do a shift and you couldn't do it.
Yeah, and then I asked that work cover case manager, I said I might need to make a claim for the vaccine injury side of things, as well, because I still can't go back to work because of that side of things. And then, yeah, she basically just told me, don't bother applying, we'll reject it instantly.
My God, really? Is that what she's? Wow.
I'm fighting that at the moment. I spoke to someone on the
We were
on the
rejected
board.
immediately.
Yeah, so they didn't even, basically what I've been told is that they took away my rights to have like a fair like a tribunal, you know, assess that decision and either decline it or accept it. But because she told me not to bother, I thought, you know, she knows what she's talking about. She works there. But, you know, I should know better by now, and I should be questioning everything pretty much that people tell me. So I probably should have just gone against what she said and done it anyway. But then when I did speak to my lawyer, she also told me that I wouldn't bother doing it and that she wasn't willing to take on my case for the vaccine damage as well, because I kind of wanted to merge the case with the attack from the patient and the damage that the vaccine has done into one sort of case, so that because it was done by the same person, the negligence has come from the employer at the end of the day. So, but yeah, she wasn't willing to take it on. And she said, now that you've told me that, it's probably going to affect your other case that you have going with your hand now.
When you say it's getting worse, how do you mean? What are you seeing in your health? You feel that your health is declining still?
Yeah, because I mean, once upon a time, like I was vaccine injured and still working, and then like slowly I had to cut back the amount of days I was doing a week, and then it started to become that the length of the shift was too long, so I had to try and cut those back down as short as I can. So I got them down to 6 hours, and I think I was just doing 2 days a week. And then like just slowly I've become someone who's just bedbound, and not like the only time I get out of bed is to go to medical appointments.
So you spend your life in bed?
Yeah, every single day, unless I've got a medical appointment that can't be done via telehealth. I'm in this exact area I'm in right now with my pillows and my it's just, yeah, it's no life to live. It's really not. It's, yeah, this isn't the life I picture for myself, that's for sure. And I I miss what I was able to do before, and I wish I took my health, like I wish I didn't take it for granted. That's something that's so important. And I guess that old saying that you don't know what you've lost until it's gone. Well, yeah, I got a big slap in the face with that. So I'm definitely aware now of how important it is to have your health.
And take it as a nurse, you've tried everything, all the things that have been suggested you could take, the protocols and stuff?
Yeah, in the beginning, I went pretty hardcore with them and tried pretty much everything. I mean, there's things like HBOT, obviously, that I can't afford to do, so I haven't done it. I mean, I did one session of it, and that was all I was able to do, and that wasn't even like the clinical grade one. It was just a sports version, because I have seen people who have become, you know, 90% better again by doing just like 20 to 40 HBOT sessions, but at $250 a pop, you can't really afford.
What's a HBOT session? I don't know what
The
that is.
hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, HBOT, sorry, is just like the short
Yeah, I
way of
understand.
saying it. I'm lazy now.
It's what the
Shorten
footballers will
everything.
do and stuff like this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if they had an injury or something, they'd most likely go and sit in one of those a few
And did
times
you
a
have a
week. And
partner before all this happened where
yeah, I did. But we separated a couple months after I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who are you living with now? You're just living with your parents or a relative or something? You
Yeah,
don't have to
just
say anything.
just my mum and my sister pretty much, but we're all like roommates really. We don't really, you know, sit at the family dinner table or anything together, so it's just like yeah, but I mean, I'm just grateful I've still got a roof over my head, you know. I know a lot of people that had to live in tents and stuff for losing their
Yeah.
jobs for refusing to get it. So, I mean, even though I lost a lot, I mean, other people have as well. So I can't be too, what do you call it, upset, I guess, about that. I mean, I'm not the
No,
only one.
hey, it's outrageous what's happened. It's one, it's outrageous that it's happened. Two, it's outrageous you're getting no help. I mean, you know, you've 8 years of a nurse working to save us in our hour of need. Here's your hour of need. And where are the people that told you it was safe and effective and told you to get it? They're nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it is outrageous. And I do feel it because I've interviewed other people in certain situations. All of them feel like they've just been forgotten about. Oh, we don't want to know you. Your evidence basically that we were lying, so we just can't have you near us. You know, that's how it
yeah,
feels.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I do. It's a very, very messed up situation. And yeah, I mean, I just wish I had have like kind of spoken up sooner, you know. I mean, but I mean, I haven't been working for a long time now for a huge chunk of this whole thing. I haven't been working anyway, but and that's the only reason I got it was to stay in nursing so I could help people that are in my position and give them that ear that they never got, you know? Like I feel like if we don't have doctors and nurses who are awake to this kind of stuff, then that's not good news for the public. That's like years ahead of just more gaslighting and whatever. Like it might not be about a vaccine injury, it could be about something else further down the line. And like that's why, and people still say, what, you still want to work there? And it's like, yeah, it's not about the people I work for. To me, it's not about that. It's about the patients. Like as long as I'm doing right by them, that's all that really matters to me. And if that means I lose my job at the end of the day now, then I don't care. It's I mean, yeah, if I'm in this state, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of respect for that, what, company, organization, sector, I don't know what you'd call it, but those people, yeah, there's not a whole lot of respect left there from my perspective. So I can see why the public doesn't have a whole lot of respect now for the health system and, you know, even the criminal justice system. Like these cases going through court, they're not really getting very far.
No, they just get thrown out. The judges won't even
Yeah,
hear them. You know,
yeah,
it's really tough
it's
getting them
wrong.
through. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's what do you
it
do to
is.
stay sane?
It's absolutely.
What do you do to stay sane? Sitting in your room all day. You used to be very active. You know, it's a beautiful picture we have of you. So you're beautiful. You were active. You were doing something you love doing. So you're in a pretty cool place before all this. How are you possibly staying sane now? Because you seem to be very grounded, even though everything's crap. How are you managing to do that?
I think the behind the scenes of all this probably looks very different than what it does when I am, you know, even just out at my medical appointments. You know, I cover up the sick looking face with makeup, and even though when I'm walking around the house, I'm walking around like hunched right forward, basically bending right over, like I can just, yeah. And now, yeah, to to stay sane, that was the question, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not completely sane. I mean, I must admit, maybe I'm not. Like
That
I
I
am.
understand. If you said
Yeah,
that, you know,
yeah, I have my days where I really do lose my shit. I just, and I'm angry and I'm depressed and I'm like, I can't stop crying and I want to break things. Like I'm so angry all the time, like when I can't fall asleep at nighttime because my heart's going flippy floppy and, you know, going too fast and too slow. And like, especially being someone that worked in a cardiac unit previously, like I get scared when those kind of things happen, as I would if it was
Yeah.
happening to one of my patients. So
Yeah.
um
Have you had to go back to hospital when your heart's been like this? Have you had lots of hospital visits?
yeah, quite a few, and one of them I was in there for about 9 days, I think, or yeah, 9 nights or something like that was my longest one. And they tried to do like a procedure on my heart and everything at the time, and the procedure failed, unfortunately. But yeah, basically, then I was just told to, take this concoction of cardiac medication, and you might be able to get off them in a year, or you might be on them for the rest of your life. But as of more recently, they've said they wanted to try and do a different type of procedure to fix the issue, but the procedure is
What do
very,
they see
very
as the issue?
risky.
Sorry, what
Sorry.
do they, when you say they want to fix the issue, what
Mm.
do the cardiologists see as the issue?
Like a type of electrical abnormality in the heart. So apart from having
Yeah.
the inflammation and the pericarditis and whatnot, the electrical abnormality. So like a lot of people will get ectopic beats in their life, even like really healthy, fit people will
Yep.
get them, but you just won't notice them. But I just get too many in a row, which kind of puts my rhythm out of whack and can throw me into a different rhythm, which if I get too deep into the different terminology and things here, I might confuse people, but it's just basically an abnormal heart rhythm that if it doesn't correct itself like fairly quickly, then it can progress into cardiac arrest and things like that. I mean, I've just been lucky so far that it has corrected itself.
So
But
normally, just let
yeah,
me, I'm not a doctor or a nurse. So
yeah,
normally your heart, even if your brain is telling you what to do, you don't even know. You
yeah,
just go through your life and your heart is like holds it all together, but it's thoroughly independent.
yeah,
And but now your brain is sending your heart wrong signals. So when you're laying down, you should be resting. Your heart should be going slow. It's actually going fast, like it thinks you're running. This is what I've met with
yeah,
people. I've sat in front of me with fit watches and gone, look, I'm almost hitting 200 beats a minute, and they're sitting down with a cup
yeah,
of herbal tea. This is what you're
yeah,
going through.
yeah. So you can have like abnormalities in the brain that can affect your heart as well, and then you can have obviously the actual electrical system that sends signals through the heart to make the heart contract. You can have the issues there as well. So like the dysautonomia side of things, like the POTS and everything like that, is usually
Yeah.
a neurological issue, but it affects
And
mostly
so
the heart.
POTS, just the
Yeah.
POTS is if you stand up and your blood pressure doesn't get enough blood to your brain to say we're standing up, you can get dizzy and stuff like that. So is that
Yeah,
right
so
about POTS?
yeah, it's your heart rate will increase to compensate for the low blood pressure. And
Mm.
not everyone with POTS will faint. A lot of people can kind of recover from it if they get back into like a laying down position. But yeah, some people can stand up and faint. So that side of things does majority of that comes from the brain. It's actually like most people think it's a heart problem, but it's actually a neurological issue. But the things like the abnormal heart rhythms and the ectopic beats, that type of electrical abnormality is coming from the heart. So normally what they do is there's a number of things you can do, I guess, to correct it. But what they want to do with me specifically is perform some type of ablation surgery. But they said the reason why it's different or riskier is because of the place within the heart that they need to ablate, so burn off pretty much. Which, yeah, like the doctor told me while he was telling me all this, he said 2 days ago, like we just lost someone at John Flynn for doing this exact procedure. So it's something you really have to think about. And so straight
Oh,
away, it
God.
kind of put me off trusting anything about that because a lot of people have come out of it like needing pacemakers and internal defibrillators and things just to continue on with life. And like, I don't know. I haven't really decided yet if I want to put that type of risk on myself or if I want to keep living the life that I'm living now. Like that's a pretty hard decision. So
Can I ask
yeah,
you a question,
yeah,
Eden?
yeah,
You've been 10 years, 8 years as a nurse, as an active nurse, 10 years as a nurse. Now, a nurse is a very giving profession. So you're giving to society. You get paid for it, but you're training and you're helping us in our hour of need. So, do you feel now that society has just basically left you behind and moved on, and now
yeah.
everyone's saying everything's fine and you've just been left, discarded, abandoned?
150%. Definitely, no questions asked. Yeah. A lot of us have. It's pretty sad. But I mean, I've pretty much done everything I can to fight it at this stage. There's not really any more steps I can take but to just accept that, all right, because of your stupid decision, Eden, you're going to have to learn to live like this now. It's just the consequence of what I did when I knew I shouldn't have done it, I guess. So, like, in a way, I guess I can't complain too much, but
Bullshit.
um,
Sorry. Bullshit.
I mean, I will complain. But
This was mandated. You were going to lose your job. This, and not
yeah,
just a job. You're going to lose a calling. You
yeah,
said yourself is what you meant to do. You were happy to do this the rest of your life. We as a society would benefit. We'd go in. We got this great nurse. Exactly what we want. We want a great nurse who's going to be there, fun and down to earth, and keep us basically grounded in when we're frightened that we might pass away. So
yeah,
you've got an absolute right to complain. I'm sorry. And the other thing too, I mean, other things that would drive me mad is that big pharma, they're making trillions or billions, and you can't even get a snippet of that. The amount of money
yeah.
that you would require to get yourself better or have a better life or get you set up, it wouldn't even make a dent in their profit. But
Exactly.
no, they're absolutely, you can't do anything about it. You can't even sue them.
Nope. I mean, it would be very rare to find a solicitor willing to take that role on. It really would.
Absolutely.
I know there's been a couple, I think, here
There's
and
one
there.
out there. We know a few. If we want out there, this is Amber Drake. We had Amber Drake on. Her husband passed away by it too. It's the thing. Can I ask you another question? This is a quite unusual question, but it's two parts. One, do you sleep much?
Overall, I'm going to say no. Like, I get the odd good night, but yeah, most nights, no. Yeah.
And the other question is, when you do sleep, do you dream?
Not often, but I remember I have had some vivid dreams in recent times, I think, actually.
Are you healthy in the
often.
dreams, or are you just, because the dreams are about the body trying to heal itself, the soul trying to heal itself, maybe. But when you're in dreams, are you well again?
Yeah, I think my dreams have been like of me doing something. Like, they were very odd and very vivid. I remember that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I was. But then on the other hand, I have had some quite depressing dreams as well, I suppose. I guess it's what's running through your brain before you go to bed, I guess, that has a bit of a role in that too. But I mean, the only time I can truly say that I'm happy in life at the moment is when I'm sleeping, and I always look forward to going to sleep. Like, most days I keep checking the clock thinking like, oh, it's only 2 p.m. I at least have to wait 6 hours before it's a reasonable time to try and go to sleep. And then I wake up, and if I wake up too early in the morning, it's kind of like, damn it, now I've got to stay awake for even more hours. And, like, I just don't want to be. I think it sounds bad if I say I don't want to be conscious, but not in a way where like I would drug myself or something, like in a way where I just want to sleep as much as I can pretty much. And the fact that I can't, it's very frustrating. But yeah, that's...
If the prime minister actually listened to this and said, screw this, got rid of his minders and actually came to visit you and said, okay, Eden, what can we do to help? Tell us, what can we do to help? What would you say to him?
Well, I'd say, like, obviously I need the financial means to do some kind of treatment, because sitting here doing nothing in my bed isn't going to get me any better. So any form of treatment, I guess HBOT is the one thing I've kind of been really wanting to do, the hyperbaric oxygen therapy, but also, like, I think you need certain supplements as well to kind of detox and eliminate the spike protein and the inflammation in the body. And all those cost a lot of money. If I did point the camera around my room right now, I think everyone who saw this would not think that, oh, like, how is she living like that? Like, it's disgusting. And before, I was someone that always needed everything put away in its place. And, you know, I see one little smudge on my kitchen counter, I go up, spray it down, wipe the whole thing down. Like, I was super clean, like really organized. And now I look around the room and, like, I would tell him I want someone to come and help me put my clothes away and to, you know, just put, like, I can't stand looking at this place. Honestly, I can't. Like, it's just getting to the point where I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to be in this room. Like, that's when I'm sleeping, I don't have to think about any of it. I don't see the mess that I'm sitting in and all of that. So
it's a
they would
jail
be
cell.
two things. Yeah, it is. I feel like I'm a prisoner, but whereas, like, obviously I can get out and I can go and do anything I want if I wanted to and if I could, but I'm like a prisoner inside my own body, I suppose. Like, and this sounds very dark and gloomy, but there's no joy anymore. I used to have a really beautiful life full of happiness and joy, and, like, even just thinking about those moments, sometimes it becomes way too much for me and I can't deal with it. So, like, I just try and lock it away in a little box inside my head. So yeah, I don't have to think about it, because it was a really good life. But I told myself I wasn't going to cry on here, so I feel like this is your fault. But, you know,
Sorry. So wrong. So wrong. I've just been sitting with 4 politicians who are doing a Revitalize Democracy tour, and they're just talking about how good everything is and how's this. They wouldn't even touch upon COVID. And we left to do this interview just before question time, so I'm very interested to see what the questions were. But they have, everything's hunky-dory. Just a few diversity issues. They don't have enough diversity in Parliament. And I'm thinking how out of touch they are, because I'm out here, you know, just meeting people that have either PTSD from what they've been through, or worse, like you, really injured or angry, or they've got injured children, or, you know, it's just carnage, or they're sick all the time. And here you are. I'm sorry. I'm going to show this. Close your eyes. You shouldn't see it. Look at this, people. I'm going to show this because, so here she was. There's Eden before. Used to be super fit for almost used to be super fit. Used to be.
I've gained so much weight. I look at that and then I look at me right now and I'm like, oh, you fatty. Like, what's going on here? But that's the heart medication. I can't. It makes it very hard to lose weight. But yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you that time.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Do you feel you're going to get better?
At this stage, I'm not hopeful. No, I'm not hopeful at all. I still had hope right up until about maybe a year ago. And then slowly I just felt like, nah, there's no end to this. Like, and that's when I really started beating myself up badly, thinking like, you idiot, how could you do this to yourself? Like, no, I don't think so. I know some people have, but I think they got early intervention. Whereas,
Hold
I
on.
was left.
Sorry to back you up.
Yeah.
I understand it must be very frustrating. I really do. I get it. But you didn't do this to yourself. You're the victim here. I know you finally agreed to take it, but you had the propaganda attack of our lives on you. The TV, newspapers, bosses. You were a frontline fighter in this, prepared to go into work before we had a vaccine to deal with people who come in with COVID when we thought maybe it was deadly. You were willing to do that. And then basically they threaten you with gross misconduct if you don't take it. You'll never work as a nurse again. This is absolute coercion. Plus, it's very hard to live, I know, in Australia now without a job. And the dole, you can't survive on the dole. So you're an independent young woman, and there you are, just being blackmailed by your government and the authorities and everyone else. You are not to blame. You are the victim in this. And what's worse is we all know it. The government all knows it. And instead of trying to be Australian and rectifying it, like we send $1 billion to Ukraine, sending things to rectify it, or we spend all these hundreds of thousands on these friggin' windmills that don't work and submarines that are useless, all this money we waste, and just a smidgen of that could either get you on the road to recovery or get you on the road to actually go, we're really sorry, Eden. What can we do to make your life better? That's what we should do as Australians. You are not the victim here. You are you're not at fault here. You're the double victim because you're a victim of what this thing did to you, and now you're a victim of our neglect from your community that should be caring for you. So you're a double victim. Do not beat yourself up. You got enough issues without blaming yourself. It's I don't want to be this, but yeah. And can I say this? I held this off to the end. Tell everybody how old you were, how old you are.
I just turned 30 on the 6th of April, so like 4 days ago, I think. And when I got the shot, it was 4 days before my 27th birthday. Sorry, and thank you very much. It wasn't
You are. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm 58. You're a child. 30.
Like hearing that because I'm not ready to grow up yet.
You have an extraordinary amount of time in front of you. Not an extraordinary amount, but as humans live, the 30s are a thing, the 40s, even the 50s. I mean, I'm almost 3 decades ahead of you. And those decades, if you have your health, you have your energy, it's, they're challenging and difficult, but they're worthy of living. And I don't know how we can all work to get you better, but it's outrageous. It's outrageous. And I've seen this with, there's Sally, there's so many vaccine injured people I've met. It makes me so angry. You just want to scream sometimes. You especially want to get the people who walk around placidly, like, what you going? Nothing's wrong. You want to rip down their mask and scream in their face. But but moving forward, is there anything else? How about, and I don't want to do this to you really, but how about meditation, spirituality? How's that going for you? Have you still have faith in it, or did you ever have faith?
Yeah, I did used to meditate like before I was vaccine injured. Like it was like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. And now I just notice every time my mind goes quiet, it goes to a very awful place. So really, all I want to do now is just like I get fixated on like one TV show that's like a fantasy show, right? Which takes me right out of like the real world. And that's the way I guess I keep my peace. I just, right now I'm on The Walking Dead at the moment, the zombie show. And I'm just picturing like I need to focus on how to survive the zombie apocalypse for right now. That's all that I need to do. So yeah, I mean, I want to
What
get back
season
to
are you
that.
up to?
I've watched it for the third time now. I'm up to season 10 for the third time. So
Oh, you've watched The Walking Dead 3 times.
yeah, this is the third, and I'm up to season 10. Plus, I've watched all the spin-off shows too. So you'll be surprised at how much you can get through when you're in bed all the time. Yeah, I mean, I do other little things like word search and stuff as well to try and keep like my brain active and stuff. And but yeah, I've done some Lego as well, I suppose. Like I do sound like a child.
Oh. How about
But yeah,
jigsaws?
yeah, it's kind of hard to do that in the bed. I could do smaller ones for sure,
Yeah.
but the bigger ones, it's a bit like what I've got the laptop on now is a little uh uh
Can I ask you
table
another question?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like a thing.
Yeah.
You're from the Gold Coast area. If there were people in the Gold Coast area just wanted to come round and bring you stuff, we'll get them to contact us first, and then we'll send you their details through. Would you be open to that, or open to just because people might actually want to help? They just don't know you're in need because they take for granted the state will
Yeah.
look after you. There's a lot of people would want to
Yeah.
help. Like even
Yeah,
if there's a
well,
football team out there, there's a footy team out there. You guys put your footy team people into those hyperbaric chambers all the time. If you're not
yeah.
using it, why don't you open it to Eden and get around and make a big thing of it? Look, we're helping this young nurse who's been injured by the vaccine. A football team, it's great propaganda for a football team to say we're giving
Yeah.
back to the community. Would you be open for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, definitely. Like I do have a fundraiser open at the moment, but like it doesn't even need to be money to help support me. I mean, I used to be someone that just kept saying like no, 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 I don't need it. I can do it on my own because that was the person I was before. I didn't need anyone to help me do anything. I got through my whole life on my own. I can do, I felt like I could do absolutely anything on my own. And so asking for help was something I really had to overcome. And a lot of the vax injured girls that I have around me, and males too, actually, I speak to quite a few of both, and just told me like you have to get rid of this stubborn side to you or you're not going to get anywhere. Like if you had have accepted this help, you would have been able to, pay for your car registration or something like that. So yeah, whilst I still don't like doing it and it doesn't sit right with me, if people are willing to come and help me or even like, take me out somewhere for the day, like that's even helpful. I mean,
That's what I was thinking. Just get you out of the
yeah,
house.
there's a lot of different things that people can do without having to donate to a fund, but I do have one of them available as well if people are far away, and feel like they can't do much, but there is that
If
opportunity
you weren't
available.
you, but you
Mm-mm.
knew of you, would you help you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. In the beginning, my brain was kind of like, "What? If I
So,
wasn't
so
me?"
if it
Now I get
wasn't
it.
me, but
Yeah,
you knew that you were in your situation, would the old you help this you now? So the old you when you were healthy, so if you heard about you, would you go, I can help her? Would you help?
oh, 100%.
Well, the reason I'm
Yeah,
asking
that's
is
the person I was. Mm,
if you would help, that's a form of love. But love is give and take, including community
yeah,
love. And you've been
yeah,
giving as a nurse, and you would give. And a part of love, which can be the harder bit for someone, an independent person like you, is taking. And there's
okay.
people out there that want to help. We have to be careful with them because there's a lot of odd ones as well. But not on this
Yeah,
show.
I
But we can filter them
Mhm.
through with emails and send them through is probably the best way, and see what happens, because you're not asking for you're not asking for the world. You're just asking for ways to get better. I mean, the prime minister, it'd be an enormous thing for him to do this. He would get no one can stand him. Make great accolades, but he can't do it because then he has to admit that there's issues with the jabs that they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
So he's got to go against his human nature, I believe. But but we're not trapped by that, so we can help. So if anyone out there in the Gold Coast area, anyone you can reach out to us, and we'll send you detail. We'll send we'll put you in touch with Eden and go that way and see what can happen.
Yeah, I've been watching all the little, like, I've never used this before, or like I did a Zoom call, I think, once, but I'm new to this particular thing, and I've been seeing the actual comments pop up as we go, and they're all very lovely and sweet. I think that's probably what got the tears flowing earlier, I guess, were, all the people saying like that, yeah, we're here for you, we're fighting for you, and all of that. Like it means a lot to people in my position, because a lot of the time you do just feel alone and isolated and like there's no way out of it. But just like people, how you said they kind of don't know that I'm in need of help kind of thing. It's like, I don't know that there's people out there that are willing to do that kind of thing either, until I keep coming across new people, maybe monthly, that can change my life in some way. And even if it's just having a chat on WhatsApp for a little bit, that
I have another friend like you, Tracy from Toowoomba. I interviewed her when I was going around on my first trip, and she had a hood on and hiding her face. She was a nurse, but she was vaccine injured. And then when I came around again, 2 years later, she's still bad, just like you, can hardly leave the house, no support. I'm not putting down what you're going through, but you are not alone.
Awful. Yeah,
there's people out there. Might even see if I can find her contact details, I'll get you in touch, because the more people like this we can get together, you can see like this is real. You know what I mean? These people are real. They're here, and they need our help.
Yeah,
they need our help. And who are we as a country if we ignore them?
Yeah, well, I think every human being should be treated with love and respect, and even if they give you a reason not to do that, like, still, I feel like we should all put it out there regardless. Like, I've had some angry outbursts in public before, and like that gave me the true meaning behind, you never really know what someone's going through behind the scenes and why they act the way they do. And like, I always think the old Eden would have never have done that. Like it pops through my mind pretty much every day. Like, yeah, it just totally different life, different everything. But, I just got to do my best to get by minute at the moment, and then that's it. But at least there are really good people out there that are willing to help and willing to make you feel seen and heard. And it's people like you guys as well that give the opportunity for us to tell our stories and to find that support that's out there, in whatever way that support comes forward. It's all helpful to me. So
I'm so sorry, girl. It's so tough.
I've
seen The Walking Dead. I've seen it twice. I love it, but I don't think I could watch it 10 times. I'd join the zombies if I watched it 10 times. I mean,
I think if you ask some people I'm chatting to at the moment just casually, they probably think I've gone mad. But yeah, it's the only way that I stop thinking about the bad stuff. So if it helps, I mean, go for it, I say.
Do you write at all? Are you able to write any of this down, like document it?
Well, I wanted to write a book at one stage, and then I think I started it. And then, yeah, like even just doing things like that will fatigue me as well. And then,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I kind of start things at the moment, then don't complete them, kind of, and will start something else because it gets a bit too hard. So I have definitely tried. I mean, yeah, at one stage I had a big book, I guess, because I was doing the handwriting, which I don't know why I did that. That was very stupid with like the nerve pain and things like that. But yeah, if it could be a thing I could work on in the future for sure, I think.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of things to say that don't sound tried or that you've already heard.
Oh, it doesn't
Is there
matter.
anything to finish? Is there anything you'd like to say to those who have basically forced you to take it, and they have, and are now ignoring their responsibility to you because you're injured by it, or even just to us ordinary Australians out there? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, I got a few things I'd like to say for sure to the people
You
that
go.
made me have it. That's for sure. But
You can swear on the
yeah,
show.
yeah, I was about to say, like, is this live? This is live, right? So
Yeah, man, you can swear. It's cafe lockdown. Don't worry, we'll
yeah,
robust you.
my instant reaction was just to say, like, fuck you. That was, but like, toward the
Good.
vaccine injured, like, and also people who are questioning whether they are or not, like, trust your body. You know your body. You've spent, like, for me, for example, I've spent 30 years with my body now, and I know it quite well, and I know the way it works, and I know when something's wrong. And people need to trust their instincts, and not just because, you know, a doctor says it's not something, like, who cares? He's just the doctor. He's not,
Mm.
you know, he's not anyone super special. He's a human like you and I. They can make mistakes, and you know, they just try to stick to protocols a lot of the time. So just trust your instinct and get more opinions if you need it, and, you know, try natural ways. Like, I'm not here to go against anyone for pharmaceutical ways, because I'm on heart medication that I couldn't avoid, unfortunately. But you know, try both routes. I mean, a lot of people probably don't like natural remedies and stuff. Like, they've just got a thing against it, I suppose. But I think both are just as valid as each other, to be honest. But yeah, so to the bad guys, fuck you, and to the good ones, like, believe in yourself and keep trying. Keep going, keep fighting. I don't know. Just, yeah, just
Well,
try, I
that's what I'd
guess.
say to you. I don't know how you got to do it, but I hope you keep trying, and that the tide changes either through some help coming through, or society finding the courage to deal with what it's done. But I really do wish you the best with that, and I'm hoping that we can stay in touch so we can actually do updates. We've done this before. We do this with a few people because it's important. Otherwise, you just get lost and forgotten about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Which
yeah,
society is very good at doing, but we can't do this. This is our work. This is our problem, and we are honor bound to help. Part over and above our own humanity that we help just because we're human beings, but we're honor
yeah,
bound to help. So anyone out there, you politicians, come on. There's some votes here helping people like this, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Good words. Wise words. I can't even, like, my brain and mouth connection is just gone. I don't even know sometimes how I make it through the day if I have to, especially going out in public. I get nervous now. I'm like, I don't know how to be social anymore. Like, I'm so socially awkward that it's like I'm used to being in my little den, you know. I don't,
Yeah, that's right, because you've been
very, very
isolated.
awkward.
You've been
Yeah. So
isolated for
it's,
weeks.
I don't
Yeah.
talk all the time anymore like I used to with all different people and stuff. So yeah, I find even communicating now is quite difficult. But I mean, we just got through an hour and 15 minutes of it, so I think we've done good.
We've done good.
Yeah.
Take care. We'll stay in
Thank
touch
you.
and
Yeah.
prepare, because I think we're going to have a lot of people wanting to contact you. We'll send the emails through to you. If anyone gives you any issues, just let us know. We'll try and help with that. But literally most, if not all, the people in the Cafe Lockdale community, they're a beautiful group. Want to help. They're good people. So,
Yeah.
man, I
Thank you.
just want to hug you. And I think there's everyone's here is just wanting to give you hugs. So stay strong, Eden. Thanks for coming on. I hope you enjoy season 11 of The Walking Dead, if there is a season 11. And
There is. There is. I'm ready.
No worries. We're going out with
Thank
Prickly Pear by Emily James Trio. Take care. Thanks for coming on, Emily.
Thank
and we'll
you.
get
Thanks.
this up. It'll go on Insta or in Bart's and Rumble, and we'll also get it into a podcast. We'll send you those things. So let's see if something comes from it. Take care.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
No
You
worries.
too.
No worries. No. Thank you for coming on and showing us that we need to do something. And we do. Australia, we need to help. Take care.
You too.
The prickling power she began as a tiny seed, drew everyone around her, her scent so soft and sweet. The plant she was desire, with promises to heal, and blossom sucking you in with her appeal. She was a tangled green beauty, but she had a trap. Once you encountered her, there was no turning back. She'd wrap herself around your arms and keep you coming for more. The prickly vine entrapment like no other you've seen before. She had snakes in her garden, they tainted the vine, striked it with their poison as the prickling vine climbed, entangling those who came near like to their naked arms. The snakes that lie beneath it with intent to harm. She was a tangled green beauty, but she had a trap. Once you encountered her, there was no turning back. She wrapped herself around your arms and keep you coming for more. The prickly vine entrapment like no other you've seen before. To warn that vine she was a fake. She'd suck you in with her pretty lies and take you before you'd wait. Some would tell stories and share their nasty scars. The unlucky ones were taken to the forest with the fallen's arms. She was a tangled green beauty, but she had a trap. Once you encountered her, there was no turning back. She'd wrap herself around your arms and keep you coming for more. The prickly vine entrapment like no